Ian Poulter reached the quarterfinals of the WGC-Dell Match Play Championship in breathtaking style on Saturday. With the miracle putter from the 2012 Ryder Cup back in the bag, it was like Medina all over again as he delivered a blistering performance to defeat former Open champion Louis Oosthuizen. Poulter had no fewer than 8 birdies and no dropped shots by the time a classic encounter ended in his favor on the 17th green, by a 2-1 margin. Clearly, Tiger Woods is not the only 42-year-old golfer hell-bent on a spectacular comeback this season. It was such a tough match because there was so much riding on it and Louis made plenty of birdies himself, so it feels great to come through, he said. Poulter had less than 40 minutes to enjoy the success before taking on American Kevin Kisner in the quarterfinals, knowing one more victory would mean enough world ranking points to move inside the top 50 and earn a last-minute invitation to the Masters next week. He still had time, to take a brief phone call from his son Josh, telling him, "Cheers dude, but I'll have to go because daddy has got to play some more golf." Poulter became the last UK player standing after Tyrrell Hatton lost 2-1 to promising young Aussie Cameron Smith. Elsewhere, there were resounding wins for Justin Thomas and the Swede Alex Noren, who did his Ryder Cup hopes no harm at all by wiping the floor with American hero Patrick Reed 5-3. The pages of golf history are littered with players who perform better at match play than stroke play, but surely none where the difference is so stark as Poulter. It's like he becomes a different golfer, and here was more conclusive evidence. Don't rule him out of a place in a certain Europe team in September after this. Poulter's play here continues his revival. 12 months ago, he didn't even come close to qualifying for this event, let alone the Masters. While the elite were playing here, he was competing in the Puerto Rico Open. He was ranked 204th in the world. His big break came when he got into the field at the Players' Championship in May and took advantage by finishing second. The revival had begun. Poulter's results this season to this point had not reflected the way he'd played from tee to green. So, he went searching through the putters he keeps at home, there must be hundreds, in search of a solution. He settled on the Miracle Blade from Medina, dusting it down for its first public appearance in 5 years. You could visibly see his confidence growing round by round through his 3 group matches. After winning the middle one against Daniel Berger, he declared, "I'm buzzing," and that never usually happens on Thursday at golf tournaments. He knew he would need a fast start against gifted South African Oosthuizen and duly got one, with his putter working its magic once more. Poulter was quickly 2 up after holing putts from 8 feet at the second and 38 feet at the fourth. A fine tee shot to the par 3 7th set up another birdie, and now he was 3 up. Oosthuizen bounced back with a birdie of his own at the 9th and missed from 8 feet at the 10th for another gain. Poulter was certainly dialed in with his irons. At the short 11th his tee shot finished top-in range away and was duly conceded, but Oosthuizen followed him in from 15 feet for a matching deuce. At the par 5 12th, Poulter struck a stunning blow out of the rough from 264 yards away to just 16 feet. This time Oosthuizen could not respond, and Poulter was back to 3 up. Another Poulter birdie at the 13th extended the lead, but Oosthuizen made him sweat with birdies of his own at the 14th and 16th. The flamboyant one, however, was not to be denied, and the question asked so often over the years was being raised once more: just what is it about Poulter and match play?